This week on Outdoor Oklahoma, we take two brothers on their first goose hunt. And with more than 50,000 geese overhead, it more than whets their appetite and leaves them hooked for life. From the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, Outdoor Oklahoma. Well, hello and welcome to Outdoor Oklahoma. I'm Todd Craighead. Ever heard the expression, it takes a hunter to make a hunter? Well, most of the time that's true. We either grow up in a hunting family or maybe we're introduced to hunting at an early age by some kind of mentor. But every once in a while, it doesn't happen that way at all. As in our story today, we're going to introduce you to two brothers, both in college, Ian and Cameron Davis. Now, both have been very active in sports all their lives, but not really hunting until recently. See, their dad, Randy, came asking for my help. The boys have been talking a lot about hunting, and he just had no clue where to begin. So with the help of some new friends of mine, we took these two young men on what turned out to be an epic goose hunt in north central Oklahoma.
Well, I have two little brothers, Cameron and Braden. Cameron is a sophomore at Oklahoma University this year. He was the one that went on the hunt with us. And then Braden is a senior at Deer Creek. We all three went to Deer Creek High School. I played golf throughout high school, and I get to play up here at Oklahoma State now.
My family was really sports oriented and we were close knit. We always did stuff together. We're definitely a sports related family. I played baseball and Ian played golf and Braden played tennis, and so we're always busy with that kind of stuff.
Well, I got interested in hunting, a combination of a couple things. Believe it or not, the Duck Dynasty show came on and we watched that some. And then I had a golf tournament down in Monroe, Louisiana a couple summers ago, and the golf coach there knows the Duck Dynasty guys, and so we went to their shop and got to meet them, talk to them, hang out with them for a while. They're awesome guys. They're just like they are on the show. So it was a combination of that, and then just going out with my buddies. You know, we all love the outdoors, and so that was a good time to not only hang out with them and spend time and also be outside, and then we also enjoy hunting.
And once he got interested in it, I kind of got interested in it too, and I wanted to see what it's all about, and it was a lot of fun. We always grown up doing sports together, and once he went into the golf thing and I went into the baseball route, we didn't really connect with sports anymore, and so, you know, to have this activity that, you know, brings us together and helps us to have fun and get closer to each other, it's been really cool, and it's definitely something that I want to keep going.
So a friend of mine and Cameron's from church, Todd, invited us to go goose hunting with him, and we were pumped about it when he asked us, because we had never been goose hunting before. We had only duck hunted a little bit, and we weren't very good at it, so we didn't know what quite to expect on this goose hunt. We knew we were going with Todd and then a guide that he knew.
Hello, Daniel. Ian. Good to meet you. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Ian.
Ian. Right.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Cameron. Right. Nice to meet you. You guys ready to go today?
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of birds. We talked to the farmer yesterday, and he said there was, what did he say, about 75,000 on this field right next to where we're hunting. So.
Well, I hope we can hit them then.
Yeah, that should be good.
Yeah.
You just convince them.
Yeah, that's right. Did you guys bring plenty of clothes and stuff?
Yeah.
While you're just keyhole here, just turn it sideways. And they're a little tough.
Push it down.
Push it down in there and twist.
There, now twist. Perfect. There you go. Two down, 200 to go.
Not much to go. Well, I didn't really know how much effort would go into it, and the guide had a lot of decoys. So we had to get out there, you know, a long time before sunlight and get them set up. It was cold.
We've actually tried hunting the fence lines and stuff a few times this year, and the birds are so pressured up that they stay away from the fence lines. So we're trying to get out in the field with them, and that way they're a little more comfortable with what they're seeing. We've actually only hunted layout blinds for about 3 or 4 years now.
What kind
Most
of
guys
dif-
hunt layout blinds.
What kind of difference did it make for you?
It made them land a whole lot closer. It gives them that comfort zone because they're used to feeding in the middle of the field, and so when you're laid in a layout blind that's hidden really good, and you got the decoys like we do right here, they'll land right there on top of you, and it's a rush to see them that close.
I've got a website that we run called Still Shot Outdoors, and so we get together as a group and shoot a lot of film together, and we got to shooting some film on goose hunting and put together a whole bunch of pretty good film. So I kind of put together a series of clips and sent it to Todd on Facebook and see if he wanted to put it on the wildlife department's website, and he loved it. So he actually put it on there and gave me a call and actually see if we could kind of hook up for a hunt and maybe introduce some younger kids to the sport. So that's how we ended up getting together.
It was definitely a lot more work than I thought. I thought we were just going to go throw them out there, then the geese would come flocking in. But it was a lot really technical, and spreading it out like a U shape, and having different kind of geese here and different kind of geese here, and the bigger decoys, that sat up on the ground, and ones that moved. And so it was really technical, and I really wasn't expecting that.
When we got there, the geese decided they wanted no part of us, so they just kind of passed by and gave us some looks. I didn't even get a single shot off, so we kind of called it an early morning and packed everything in and thought we'd go do some scouting. And that's when we actually ran into another group that was hunting about a mile away from us, and so we got to talking to them. They decided that we should just join forces, so we all just agreed to put all of our spreads together and go after the main group. It just so happened that we both actually had permission to hunt on that same field. So we went and grabbed some lunch, put all the decoys out. I don't know, we put 20 dozen, 30 dozen decoys out, and tried to get into them where they were actually last at.
There are several reasons that Oklahoma is such a good goose hunting state. The
the main reason is the diversity that we have. In Oklahoma, there are a lot of croplands, especially in western Oklahoma. And if you have crops and water, you're going to have geese. Resident goose season's in September. The limit is 8. And new for this year, that during the regular waterfowl season, the limit has gone from 3 birds to 8 birds, which kind of enticing for a guy to spend all that work getting up at 4 a.m. and putting out the decoys. So that's something to be excited about. We've obviously got a lot of geese, a lot of problems, you know, in some areas. So when we're talking about regulations, the main thing to keep in mind, got to have a federal duck stamp, got to have an Oklahoma hunting license, you got to have a HIP permit, HIP permit, and you have to have the Oklahoma stamp, Oklahoma waterfowl stamp. Those are the 4 things that you have to have before you even step foot in the field. You must hunt with a plug gun, which means a shotgun not capable of holding more than 3 shells. The other thing that we have to keep in mind is all waterfowl must be hunted with steel shot or non-toxic shot. So if you have lead in your pocket left over from a pheasant hunt, that's not going to be a good thing. So just make sure you check through your bags and that you've only got steel or bismuth or something comparable to that, and have that with you in your possession.
It actually was pretty tough because we had, I think, 13 guys that were actually hunting, plus the camera crew. And so it made it really hard to conceal the guys because of the way the wind was blowing they were kind of in a field that had a hill, and so getting everybody concealed was pretty tough. And then you always have the problem of who's in charge at that point and who calls the shots. So it made for a pretty interesting time, let's put it that way.
The thing that I was fortunate with was kind of knowing people who hunted and who would be willing to help me out, learn how and show me how. So the advice I would give is, you know, if you're not a hunter, but you would like to try it, probably just try and get hooked up with someone you know that would be willing to maybe help you out, take you on a hunt, see if you even like it. On the internet and try and read stuff. Just learn things. I ask my buddy Todd things all the time. I text him, ask him questions about certain guns or ammo or decoys or anything really. So just find you a friend that they'll be willing to help you out with. Just kind of show you the ropes and send you on your way.
It's good to get into not really your comfort zone. You know, we always stay in our comfort zone, so getting out of our comfort zone is really good sometimes for us, and that was definitely a out of the zone kind of thing for me, but it was really rewarding, and doing it with Ian was a lot of fun.
The whole sky was covered with geese, and they were circling around. And then I was literally in my blind laughing because it was that awesome. I didn't know if there was going to be 5 or 10 geese maybe fly over that day, but there was a ton. The sky was filled, and it was awesome. Oh man.
I've been waiting all year to go do it again, and doing it with Ian was something special. I really like that, and getting to go out there for the first time and seeing that many geese was incredible.
I would definitely want to do it again. Yeah, it was probably one of the more fun hunts I've ever been on for sure. And I kind of feel like a newbie golfer right now that doesn't really know the difference between certain types of clubs or the right types of clubs. Same way with hunting right now. I don't know, maybe the right way to do everything, but just like golf, I want to learn and try and become really good at it. You always have to take time away from golf, especially when you practice and play a lot. And hunting is kind of my escape, or becoming my escape from golf, to be able to just go out, relax, have fun, yeah, I definitely want to do it again.
I was talking to Aaron after the hunt, and we really started reminiscing on what it was like on our first hunt. We got to talking about, the first time when we met Ian and Cameron at that gas station that morning, and you should have seen the grins on their face. They were just psyched and ready to go. It was cold, it was really cold, but they didn't seem to matter at all. So they were more than willing to learn. They learned how to put decoys out. They were psyched with everything that we did. So we just had a laugh on the way back in the truck and just really, think back to what we were like whenever we were first learning to hunt. And we really loved it. And it's memories like that that really make a hunt to me. And really overall, just to me, it's what hunting should all be about, really. You don't care about the killing, it's hunting and having a good time with your friends. So hopefully we made some new friends that way, and they will make some more on down the road.
Well, there you have it, an Oklahoma goose hunt of epic proportions. You know, whatever direction life takes these Davis brothers, I'm pretty confident that hunting will continue to be a vital part of who they are. This season, we encourage you to enrich someone's life forever and introduce them to the exciting world of hunting. For all of us at your wildlife department, I'm Todd Craighead. We'll catch up down the road next time on Outdoor Oklahoma.